in terms of the backstage stuff or whatever, like my preference would have been for CM Punk to just get along with everybody so that he could go out and do these great wrestling matches and have all these great dream matches with opponents I wanted to see him wrestle. That would have been my preference. But like in terms of being a fan of him as a wrestler, I think he's an absolute artist in the ring. And I really hope that he continues to do something in pro wrestling. However, ever since All Out 2022, all the way to All Out 2023, there had been this dark cloud hanging over this company where like you split your fan base because CM Punk fans all of a sudden weren't Elite fans and Elite fans weren't CM Punk fans. And I felt I was like existing in this weird middle where like I like both guys, or like you know, like I enjoy watching both wrestle. Like CM Punk has a very old school approach, so I get why some CM Punk fans don't like the Elite that much, because they are tremendously different wrestling styles. But like I like both of those wrestling styles, right?
And you know what, Ian? That's okay.
That's okay.
You're allowed to like both. I just want to put that out there to anyone who's worried. You're allowed.
I'm a pan wrestling fan.
Me too.
Yeah, there you go. And so when CM Punk finally got fired, there was like a part of me that was like, okay, it's over. Let's just, you know, like that drama. At no point did that drama ever make me more excited to be a wrestling fan. No. If anything, it was the complete opposite. When you go back to like Brett and Sean, that was a different time, first of all, where what was going on backstage wasn't as in your face as it is today. You had to like seek out that information. So when Tony Khan says, oh, you know, this kind of stuff is good, it gets people talking. Bullshit. Yeah. This wasn't good. Your company went from like really hot, feeling like this renegade, awesome promotion that everybody can get behind, to feeling like high school drama, gossip. And I'm sure it made a lot of wrestling fans go, wait, why do I care about that? Like, why am I into this? Why is this my interest? Why don't I just watch baseball? You know,
they have a pitch clock now.
They do. It's stolen bases are back. It's a brand new game. And Vince McMahon is promoting it.
The X Baseball League.
But now with CM Punk gone, like I do feel that that's lifted, right? And I know, like, you see a lot of CM Punk fans that obviously they're not happy because they don't get to see CM Punk. But what was going on in AEW, it was taking away from the storylines on the screen, all the other things that were going on within the company. And all of a sudden, like with Punk gone, it does sort of feel like, all right, now we can start to rebuild. And I really liked what they did on this one episode of Collision where FTR teamed up with the Young Bucks. Obviously, FTR, big friends of CM Punk. Young Bucks, not big friends with CM Punk. So they did this thing at the very end. The entire theme of the match was FTR and the Young Bucks working together, which I absolutely took as communicating to the fans, what happened is done. We're all on the same team now. And they did the BTE trigger where Matt Jackson made some Young Bucks associated signal. It was probably the Too Sweet or something. And Dax Harwood did the look at his watch like CM Punk does the it's clobbering time. And then they gave the move. So the whole thing was an analogy for we're all on the same team now. And that's better because in 2023, I don't think wrestling fans want to believe that wrestlers actually hate each other and then are just pretending to have a match. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care about the backstage drama. It adds nothing to the on-screen product. Because when you're watching the on-screen product, you want to suspend disbelief and pretend that this is a real sport. And so by having all this distraction, I think it took away from the product. Now with that distraction gone, I think it's better. So, you know, I'm happy about it. I hope I get to see CM Punk wrestle again. I don't care where that is. If he goes to Impact Wrestling, great. I'll watch him at Impact Wrestling. Because whatever he does is going to be good. So,
yeah, it's a weird place to be because I love everything CM Punk does in the ring. Yeah. I think he's one of the best ever to do it in the ring. Mm-hmm. It's outside of the ring that he can't seem to get his head around, like just being civil to people. And it's so weird because there's like, it comes out of nowhere to seemingly, and like, we're not here to debate who's right and who's wrong about which side is this was, because I'm like you, I'm in the center bubble going like, I want to see flips and exploding stuff.
Yeah.
Like I didn't come here to choose sides. God, why, you can't like something these days without being asked to choose a side immediately.
I know.
And it's really tiring. So like you say, to kind of have that all off the plate now.
Yeah.
Just to be, and if CM Punk goes away and comes back again in 3 years, we'll follow along with what's happening to him in Impact or something like that. If he even wants to. At this point, I got to be honest, Phil, you don't have to.
So he doesn't have to.
It's okay.
But
if you can't get along with people, you can't get along with people. I get it. I don't like people either. I don't often put my coworkers in chokeholds, but I understand you have a different way of dealing with things. And it's just like, I had a friend that worked multiple jobs over the course of the time that I knew him. And he had what we used to call a 90-day expiry date. Whereas whatever job he got for 3 months, it was the best place to work in the world. He was happy. Everything was perfect. Oh, I could do this the rest of my life. And then it's the second that 90th day expired, it was, this place is the worst. The management doesn't know what they're doing. I'm getting screwed. I hate it here. And he would stay there for 9 months of that before quitting, and the cycle would repeat.
Yeah.
CM Punk is kind of like that, where he will come in and he will play nice for a while. And at some point that niceness will become exhausted, either because of some slight that he perceives or actually happens. Or he just doesn't like someone for some reason. A lot of the times it's like, CM Punk doesn't like him. Oh, okay. And we have 2 national television shows where the wrestlers, I don't even care who it is, but the wrestlers are being like, that guy can't come to our show because he's friends with that guy. Well, you know what? That guy's friends with that guy, so he can't come to the building tonight. No, he can't. Like, honestly, you people have too much money and your lives are too easy if these are your problems.
Well, it comes
and I'm glad to circle it all up. I'm glad it's over.
Well, it comes from being an artist, though, right? Like, if CM Punk could have just taken his paycheck and gotten along with everybody, but he has a vision for what pro wrestling is, and the Elite have a vision for what pro wrestling is. And they were both put in management roles by Tony Khan, and they clashed. And this is sort of the fallout, in the same way that the members of a band would have a fallout over artistic direction. As someone who has been a fan of his for a long time, like I'm a little bit more prone to be defensive of him, but I will be, self-reflective of that as well, and be like, yeah, but I want to defend him, because I want to be able to enjoy his wrestling matches without not liking him. Right?
He makes it hard sometimes, doesn't he?
But like, I'm able to be like, okay, well, what was going through his head? And I just know, from being around the same age, also being a fan of punk rock, that the punk rock ethos of don't take any shit has probably factored into this. Like, he grew up believing that that's what you do. You don't take any shit. If someone is giving you shit, you give it right back. And so he felt disrespected by Jack Perry, and he did what he did, evidently front face lock or whatever. But my point to CM Punk would have been like, sometimes not taking any shit is just not caring, right? Like, that punk rock ethos of don't take any shit, that doesn't mean you have to confront somebody. That can just mean you can be like, fuck that guy, man. not thinking about it. Not caring is the most punk rock attitude you can ever have.
Defangs every aspect of your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. I'm sure someone will pay him a whole bunch of money to show up at a show somewhere, but I can't see him coming back to a big promotion unless Impact throws it at him.
Well, I think it would either be WWE would like I could see WWE saying, all right, look, buddy, we'll give you a Hall of Fame induction. We'll feature you in the video game. We'll throw out some of your merchandise, but you're not going on the show. Like I could see something like that happening.
Yeah.
Just deciding like there's too much risk there. Like the cost benefit is not good. But if you can sell a few more copies of WWE 2K25 or something, great. I could see something like that. It seems like he really wants to carry on this vision of his pro wrestling. So I could see a smaller, like if Impact said, look, we're a small promotion. We can't offer you much, but we'll let you book the show. We'll let you present wrestling the way you want to present it. That's a good deal for them because he's going to put more eyeballs on their product than they've ever had. And it's a good deal for him because he gets to do what he wasn't allowed to do in AEW, or what he feels he wasn't allowed to do in AEW. So like, I would like to see that, whether it's Impact or the NWA or just somebody, or just do the punk rock thing of do it yourself, right? Just say, I'm renting a building in Chicago. Everybody come on in. I'll wrestle freaking Dax Harwood or whatever. And let's just do this thing. Like, do it yourself, punk rock.